Oh, you're late. You're late.
You know what they say, John? Late and gay.
Late and gay. All right, Devin, hit your intro whenever you want to.
Alrighty. Oh, where did that sticky note go? There we go. Oh, nope. That's all right. Hold on.
Yeah, all of your notes are sticky.
Yeah, they are. All right. Good evening, fuckheads and jannies, and welcome back to Rubberneckers. I am one of your hosts, the best podcaster with the least to offer, Devin. Joining me, plagued by nihilism and no sense of self-worth, it's Dave. If Duncan had a fast pass, the guy would have it. It's Jizmingo. And finally, the only guy I know who mag dumped and still didn't kill anything, it's Jody B.
Suck my cock.
Let's get it.
What's mag dumped?
When you just empty an entire clip.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
No.
Makes sense.
What do you mean no sense of self-worth? What does that mean?
Well, look at you. You're slouched over. You're not sitting up straight. You look like a bum.
Got a disability, you fucking cunt.
You can sit up.
Not all disabilities are visible, John.
Yeah, you can don't see.
Yeah, sorry I don't have alopecia. Actually, I do.
Yeah,
Isn't that just hair loss?
That's right. Yeah, it's hair loss.
Don't make fun of that either.
I think it's hair loss from like stress and stuff. That's what alopecia is.
Yeah.
No, it's an autoimmune condition. Jody, get knowledgeable.
I'm sorry.
There's no excuse for being ignorant.
I'm no
Never
scientist.
said he was a scientist.
I'm no
Doctor.
biologist.
Yeah.
Haven't you been listening to the alopecia awareness advocates?
Jesus Christ, I've never heard so much about alopecia in my entire life. I could really give a fuck about it. So her hair's falling the fuck out.
No, but I did hear her tell a wonderful story on her podcast about how it felt to have raindrop on her bald head.
That does feel pretty good, I gotta say. Not raindrops. I mean, that's stupid. Showers.
Like she was describing the plops
It's
of
pretty
rain on her bald head, and I was just like, okay.
So why is she so sensitive about it?
I don't know. She said she doesn't care on her show.
Yeah, she's like
Right.
50.
Yeah,
I feel like if
I
she's
don't care. That means you really care.
Yo, you care a lot.
And most black women keep their hair short like that so they can put wigs on. I mean, they're famous for having wigs, wearing wigs. So what's the big deal?
yeah, she got her feeling hurt.
She got her feelings hurt, and then she had to have her man go up there and defend her honor, and then he looked like a douchebag.
Yeah, that's just because he didn't want to get cheated on again.
Why? He still probably will.
No,
Yeah.
he will.
So I bet she looked at Will Smith after they made that joke when it cut away, and she just looked at him and said, I bet August wouldn't let him talk about me like that.
No, pretty much. Like I guarantee you that's what happened because he laughed at first.
He was like, oh, hell no.
Then he looked at Chris Rock and he said, I could beat that little asshole. So he just walked up and slapped him, which was just, I was kind of done. Listen.
I did find a tweet that might be an interesting new take on this. This is from our favorite black incel, Anthony Wilson.
I don't even know the man.
Yeah, Blacktrick Michael.
Well, you should. It's Blacktrick Michael. That's exactly right.
Never heard
anyway, listen to this and get educated.
Okay.
Black women are siding with Will Smith out of self-interest. They too want a man who'll play captain for them no matter how much they emasculate him. The black men siding with Will are doing so because they were raised by and still take their cues from black women, black people, specifically black women. Yeah, Anthony Wilson's not exactly a fan of black women.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, isn't it? Because what was the stupid thing? Like Will Smith was laughing and then looked over and the bald bitch wasn't laughing and then it's on.
Yeah, because
like, aren't you supposed to take cues from yourself? Aren't you the man in the relationship?
Well,
right.
I mean, the way I kind of look at it is you know, at the end of the day, and when it comes to somebody being made fun of, like, you know, even my girlfriend Tiana, you know, she's a big girl, she can handle herself. If somebody like tosses a joke her way, that's not a big deal.
You do have some experience dating black women,
yeah,
Devin. So
she has a smarter mouth than I do.
That's what I have a theory actually that just hit me just
so she
now.
can defend herself.
Yes.
He did get slapped by the genie from Aladdin. That's pretty funny.
That was one of his worst roles besides Wild Wild West.
So I wonder if maybe in his mind he just knew that the car ride home with Jada Pinkett was going to suck so bad, and he can't punch her because then he'll go to
Right.
prison or jail or whatever. You know, it'll be a night in the clink, and he's going to have to listen to her talk shit the whole way home. So maybe, you know, he had to do that just to get himself out of the jam for that fucking ride home.
I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what he was even going through his mind because he had a long. It's not like he said Chris said it. He was standing right there and he bitch slapped him.
Yeah.
He had a long walk to get to him.
Yeah, but that walk back was great though.
And the walk back, yeah,
it was a fucking action movie hero like Mike Lowry on the way back.
He's got his shoulders going as he's walking
his fucking
back.
coat back up and just walked back, and he just fucking set off a nuke.
How hard was the slap actually?
It looked decent.
Yeah.
I tell you, I don't think it was that bad. First of all, because I think I even have it here. Hang on one second. Do I have the?
I mean,
have the
everyone's
video
seen
for
it a
this?
million times, but
Well, I can slow it down because it looks like only his four fingers kind of graze his chin because he's turning. So it really doesn't look like he got it really, really hard.
Still four-finger stinger, dude, right across some chops.
I'm just thinking, like, should that be a punishment when any of us go too far? Is that we have to slap ourselves in the face?
Oh, that's pretty good.
That might be not a bad idea, but again,
Yeah, but none of you will do it because you're
no,
fucking
because
pussies.
I'll slap myself if I'm out of line. I'll slap shit out of myself. I got to hit the good side though.
Sorry, everyone will do it except for John, like rapping.
Yeah. Well,
what was that? Yo, I'm not going to rap anymore.
I didn't say. I just don't think it's good.
Self-conscious.
I don't think it's good. I don't think it's when
That's the
rap,
joke.
I know it's a joke.
We put it to bed because fair enough, we get it. John's bad at rapping.
Yes.
But then
How
Will
many times
Smith's
we
in
gotta
the
do that
news,
to?
and Will Smith's famously one of the worst rappers of all time.
Do you think so?
So
He's up
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
yeah, I do.
Okay.
I mean,
Is
you
he
gotta
from
think
West
he's
Philadelphia?
He's had a
Isn't that the
problem
thing?
with
Born
black
and
women
raised.
for a really long time.
Listen, I don't
He
know.
was the reason why the original aunt and the Fresh Prince got replaced.
Yeah, he was a complete asshole to her.
Yeah, he was
And
the
then
star.
claims, I had no idea.
Yeah,
He's
no,
a-
the podcast that he was on was pathetic.
Well, here's the deal. He has been a Hollywood star for so long that he gets away with everything. He gets special treatment for this. He figured he could just walk up, slap Chris, walk back to his seat, yell 2 times, and it wouldn't be a big thing.
Keep
Yeah.
my name out.
Yeah, keep my wife's name
out your mouth.
Yeah. And
Working.
I'll tell you what, you knew who had self-control was Chris. There's 2 times I saw he had self-control because when he got slapped,
Oh, he had
There's
that. He
one
had that
point.
fist balled up.
yeah, there's one point he had his fist balled up, and the second time he said, I could, and because Chris Rock would have been able to eviscerate him and her.
100%.
Terribly.
I can do it. I made a
Sure.
tweet. It just said fucking Will Smith is more concerned with keeping Jada's name out of people's mouth than dudes out of hers.
Mhm.
That's just me. That dipshit from Arkansas. That would have got a pretty good laugh in the room, I think.
Certainly, well, I think would have got a
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got smacked in the face, and I can't make a dick joke. I can't make your wife sucking dick joke. Get ready, because here they come.
Pillow hands Ali over here.
Yeah,
I just have one final thing to say on this topic, and that's on your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor pro. I know you know. I go psycho when my new joint hit. Just can't sit. Gotta get jiggy with it. With it. Ooh, that's
yeah,
it.
Remember, you had to be phonetically correct.
Ding, ding, boom,
I
boom,
can't. I'm
boom.
not gonna do anymore. That's enough.
it's enough.
That song fucking sucks.
That song is it's maybe the top most hated song of mine of all time. Any song. Name a song that's worse than getting jiggy. With
I
it.
mean, and we've
You
gone
can't,
over
that's
that
right.
list plenty of times. I
What
mean,
about
Ice Baby is a pretty bad song.
Ice Ice Baby is a fucking masterpiece in comparison.
How about
Okay, yeah, I guess you have a point.
Who Let the Dogs Out by the Baja Men?
That's that's in my top 10 most hated. Yeah,
Sure.
definitely.
Hmm.
Anyway, it's the
John
it's the
doesn't
na
know
na
rap
na na.
music.
It's the na 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 na
No,
na
no,
na
no, no, no,
in
no.
the chorus.
See,
of
this
the
is,
song
I
that
think this is the
elevates
worst.
it.
That Duchess has, for me, the worst Will Smith song is "Going to Miami."
No, the worst Will Smith song
No,
ever
kidding.
is Willennium from Y2K or whatever the fucking the song that he
That's
released
bad
around
too.
2001. It was
How
real
do you
bad.
compare? How can you definitively say which is worse out of those two?
It's all bad.
I know, but are they the exact same level of badness?
It's
I
a
think-
shotgun. It's a shotgun in your mouth or a shotgun in your ass. Like either way, it's not going to end well and it's going to make a mess.
Yeah. Either way, it's going to be very painful and leave a big mess. All right, Dave, I have a question for you. What did you do today for Transgender Day of Visibility? What did you do
Nothing
for your
today.
fellow- for transgenders?
Nothing. I got accused of being racist this week. That's got nothing to do with trans, but they go together.
Hold on.
If you get accused of being one, you get accused of being the other. So I guess I must be a transphobe as well.
Is there a story? What did you do to be called a racist?
That's what everybody says.
I understand. No, that's what I say. You must have done something. You were accused. Right now, I'm victim shaming.
Yeah.
I questioned if somebody understood what fractions were, and they were offended by that.
Was the person a
Black people?
Was that it?
I'm not going to say because that's
It definitely
Not
wasn't an
gonna say.
Asian because they wouldn't get offended if you said that.
So did they quit?
Yeah, it's like you can't quit. I fire you.
Oh.
I can't fire you. You quit.
All right.
It
So
was they kind of came together.
okay.
That has anyone else here ever had a formal complaint filed against them for being a racist bully?
No.
No.
Surprisingly, no. You would think
No.
with my look, I would have.
Right.
I've had a formal complaint filed against me at a job before for being a misogynist.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that I thought as well, Devin. It's like, if anything, I'm way more sexist than I am.
Yeah,
racist.
exactly.
Hey, John,
Yes.
what did you do for Trans Visibility Month weekday?
Well, I went through and sifted through social media to find out what we could use on the show today to support trans people.
Yeah, and I found something too, John, and everyone was just like, no, I don't read. Fuck you, Dave. You're an asshole.
Which was that?
The 30-page article, which was guidelines for psychological practice
That's
with
cool.
transgender and gender non-conforming people.
None of us can read that well,
You
Dave.
say that.
Yeah.
You guys know what I did?
I didn't
What,
say.
what did you do?
I sucked some lady's dick.
Oh,
Oh, now there you
Fantastic.
go.
Yeah, it was cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I
tucked
feel that's
my
the best
dick in
way.
between my legs and put eyelashes on.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
Dave,
Yeah.
you say that I didn't do that, but I mean, look, Dave, right here, there it is.
It's,
I
it's
have
all
it
ready
all
to go.
33
Oh,
pages.
fucking
Read it in the
fuck
after
this.
show.
God damn.
Dave wanted,
4 hours probably.
yeah, Dave wanted me to read 33 pages of this. I was like, are you
Yeah.
out of your fucking mind? Selection of evidence, foundation knowledge and awareness,
This is a lawsuit?
rationale,
No,
application.
this is how you should be treating transgender people.
Yes.
Yeah, this is how you treat them. Stigma, discrimination, barriers to care.
So does it
So
not
the
cross anybody's mind that if it takes this much effort to explain it to somebody that maybe it's a little bit fucked up?
Yeah.
No,
Or a bit
okay,
ridiculous.
Jody. What else is fucked up? String theory,
Rocket
quantum
science?
mechanics.
Sure. Like
Rocket
most people aren't
science, yeah,
supposed to
fuck
get
that.
that. What's there 10,000 people in the world that are supposed to understand that? Everybody else is just dumb.
That is true.
All
That
right.
yes,
I mean,
rocket
most people
scientists
are
don't
dumb.
demand that everybody else can do rocket science. That
It's
is
kind of
true.
what it's like. It would be like Elon Musk going like, "Oh, you don't understand rocket fuel dynamics, you fucking retard." And it's like, "No, I don't. I've never looked into it a day in my life."
The important thing from that paper that I've found is they use the initialism TGNC. Now,
Hold on. That's TGNC. Transgender, non-compliant.
Yep, that's it. Trans and
Non-combative trans.
gynecologically non-compliant.
Non-compliant, non-conformist.
Now, do you remember in a previous episode of Rubberneckers, we learnt the rule that you're not allowed to use abbreviations because certain people demand
it
to use the
shortens their visibility or whatever.
right. It's
so you shouldn't say
disrespectful
trans.
and offensive
Yeah.
and a terrible thing to do.
I see.
See, so I
So-
figured today we could explain that Transgender Day is of Transgender Day of Visibility is an international event on March 31st. It really should have been April 1st because there's nothing more April Fools than a transgender person. No?
That's pretty good.
Maybe?
That's a pretty good joke.
I would think so.
Jake,
I think that's a very poor pick in a day of the month.
Why? It's
I
the
don't know.
perfect day for transgender visibility
boy.
timeline. It's like, you think I'm a woman? Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I am.
The first transgender person came out, or no, they had the surgery in 1952. And then I didn't know this, but before 2004, transgenders were illegal because it was legalized in 2004, right?
I mean, I kind of get it with you, John, and your bigotry because you lived the first 30 years of your life.
Yeah, where men
before
were
it was
men and
even a
women were
thing.
women. Yeah. This is
He's
all new.
85 years old, Dave. This was
Growing
when
up
he was
in
a
the
little kid.
1930s
Yeah.
that you did.
Yeah,
Definitely got the timing right.
the 70s and the 80s.
This whole thing about abbreviations, does this mean that we can't like call John fat anymore? We have to call him morbidly obese?
No, see?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
you're not allowed to-
Obese
you're not
sounds a
allowed
lot
to- see,
worse.
I'm a protected
I'm all for
species
that.
now.
We can't,
Yeah, you're
Species.
fuck you, John.
we
I
can't
am.
call Dave a cripple anymore.
If
We have to
I
call him a
sit
brain
there- if I
retard.
have to sit there and fall over transgender people because of what that happens to them, then I can't be touched either. I am officially. What did Dave say to that? What did you call me when you said that we cannot no more? We can't call John fat anymore. I forget what you said. You said something like we can't tease John for being morbidly obese anymore because I think that was about the alopecia, though. I think we're back to that again.
Oh,
Hey, I'm
yeah,
all
I
in
guess
fat.
if it's like a physical disability, it can't be made fun of, which that's retarded.
I
I'm
came
not
up
even
with a-
saying. Listen, I'm not saying being fat is a physical disability, but having horrible knees and a
It
bad
is.
back is.
Yeah, I'd call that.
You know, it does affect your brain, right, John?
What, being fat?
Yes.
It does. Why does
Yes.
that? Well, then
Because your blood is thicker and it takes longer to get to your
Oh,
fucking brain.
Yeah, like that's
That
real.
makes sense. That
All right.
actually makes sense.
All that corn syrup thickens it up, you know.
Right.
I came up with another rapper name for you, John.
I can't wait for this one.
Will Scoff Donuts.
I'll tell you what, those
What
donut
would be-
jokes just
What
never
would be
get
his fucking hit
They
song,
just
Dave?
never get old. do
old. They
they?
never get old.
Never get old.
No. Here you go.
Oh.
This, I think you guys would enjoy this. Okay, I'm a trans woman who's experienced her first period cramps, and what the fuck? I've literally never felt pain like this. Why do we let people live like this? Now, I'm thinking to myself, okay,
Oh my god!
you're not
is that
having
what
whatever
I'm
you're having.
experiencing?
It's not period cramps. You might be a gallstone, could be kidney stones. You should have it
Yeah,
checked
kidney
out.
stones. Shit, yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. It's not period cramps. That's what you don't have. But if you go down here in honor of my first period, follow these hotties, and then you got, oh, I'm sorry, it really does suck. In high school, I got them so bad I would just zone out in pain because I didn't realize I should take pain medications for some reason. And I literally don't even have a uterus. Why is my body treating me like this? And then I don't know why this
I
guy's
think
got a
that depends on how you treat
Yeah,
it.
that one felt like a troll. I don't know, dude. I've been on the internet a long time.
Yeah,
You
that
think-
Like if it
final,
would
that
have just
final
been the
tweet
first
right
one, maybe,
there,
but
kinda-
that one seems like it might have been a little bit of a troll job.
You think so?
There's always
Yeah.
a possibility, isn't there?
I think.
How about this from the paper? Psychologists understand that gender identity and sexual orientation are distinct but interrelated constructs. Now, what percentage of the population would even understand what I just said?
the same amount that's transgender, about 1%.
Yeah, the same amount of people that
About
just
1%.
understood it in this podcast.
Yeah, I didn't even hear it. I was
Right.
zoned out for a second. when the guy said that.
Exactly.
That was too many words.
Exactly. And like even if it is a thing and we all should be better people and
Right.
learn all these other things, what's the chances of a decent percentage of the population doing it?
So-
We're no longer like swinging from the trees. I mean, most people.
Easy. That's a
yeah,
felony
no.
now. Careful, bro.
No, I'm just saying evolution in that.
Who would
But-
do that?
Black people.
Well, I don't know.
No. See, John. This is why I tell people not to watch the show because they'll get offended by John.
There's something for
Yeah,
everybody.
I've already
Dave.
gotten some complaints.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nobody
big
cares.
deal.
I
Who
like
complained?
John's fucking his fat bullshit.
Yeah. So anyway, what are the examples in the past of in human development that have been as major as completely changing the way we view gender?
It's
Nothing.
weird it's very weird to assume that I'm supposed to
Agriculture?
care that you're a person, let alone like a trans person, because there's plenty of other people that I pass by on a day-to-day basis that not only do I not talk to, recognize, or give a shit about.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of what's the word? Not pompous, presumptuous that you would think that I care even slightly. Not that you even exist, but that you have anything to do that's going to impact my fucking day. How dare you?
Well, here's the thing, and to be honest with you, do we care? What do we really care about? Do we really care about women
Well-
that transition into men? Is that an issue? No one
No.
gives a shit.
Yes.
It's only men that
I care
transition
about
into
that.
women. Do
I
you
care
really
about that,
care?
and I'll tell you why. Because girls are highly suggestible.
It's a waste
When
of
they're-
titties.
You know, when they're in their puberty years,
No, I get that.
in their teens, and there's more confused girls. They're really just tomboys.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but most of them are just tomboys, and they've been brainwashed into being convinced that they're a different gender. When no, we've got a construct for that. It's called a tomboy.
Right.
You're a tomboy.
All right. I know you guys are going to be upset about this, but I'm serious when I say this. I say that ugly women might as well transition into men. They might as well. They're halfway there anyhow.
I saw a chick with a beard the other day. It was pretty rough.
Right?
Was she
I
It
mean-
doesn't help. It doesn't help, John.
You see him.
You know the answer with ugly
you know who I'm
women?
talking about. What's
I
the
kind of
the
agree with him though. If you think that men have it so fucking good, then step up to the plate, bitch. Like you want to get ahead in this world, you're not going to be hot and sexy and whatever. Fucking throw on a pair of work boots and go drive a fucking truck or something.
right? Why not?
The answer with ugly women is to find men who aren't superficial assholes like we are
Oh,
and can just love them for their personality.
well, their
Right?
personality sucks too.
Here's the thing.
Well, then they got a real problem, don't they?
You have a better chance. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I'm saying it anyhow. I don't care. You have a better chance as an ugly woman transitioning into a man and talking into a straight woman dating you than you do trying to find
Jesus
a
Christ. They're
straight
just called,
man to date an ugly woman.
they're
and
just
I'll
called
die
butch
on that hill.
lesbian. They're just called butch lesbians. We already had that.
Yeah, we did, but now you got to take that extra step, right? And then they can't be
Why?
called, I don't know why. Why are we doing any of this? Why is any of this going on?
I think they should give the titties to somebody in need, kind of like when you adopt a baby. Like if you get your titties cut off, you should be able to donate those to like women that don't have titties anymore or trans dudes that want titties. I think that would be cool.
Trans
Devin.
titties.
Yeah, what's up?
One of the symptoms of your problems is that, not self-hatred. Oh no, self-hatred's one of them.
Yeah.
The other one's like dissociation, so you don't know who you are. Kind
I
of
mean-
shit. So,
It happens at weird times, but yeah, it's not
Right.
a constant thing.
so you're more susceptible for this kind of shit than the rest of us are.
I
if you-
would wager a guess that you are correct about that, but I haven't ever felt like I'm a woman.
No,
Or
you're-
So
Yeah.
when your black girlfriends have completely emasculated you, that you've never questioned your manhood at all.
no, it just it appeals to my self-hatred.
Oh, all right.
What if she
Fair
asked you to put on like lingerie or something, like high heels and fucking a teddy and do chores?
Jody, I've done drag before.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
Really?
I mean,
I didn't know that.
Yes.
talking to Devin here.
How were the shoes? It seems like it'd be a real problem. I'm
I
not
can
graceful.
wear up to 7-inch heels.
look at you. I'm proud of you. There you go. There's your thing for the week.
Yeah, your win of the week.
Your win of the week. You can walk in 7-inch heels. That's amazing.
I don't know any other men that could do that successfully without snapping both of their ankles.
Correct.
Speaking of which, Devin, did you complete your challenge, your weekly challenge? And we got to work out what your new weekly challenge is going to be.
What was my weekly challenge?
He had to get oh, you're supposed to get a foot job.
I know what it is.
Oh,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that was done that night.
Okay.
okay. Good for you.
And how did it work out?
Oh,
And
just
what's
fine.
what's the
You-
point
Fantastic.
of them?
I mean, is it something
Sorry?
that you would do again? Was
No, it's not something I'm into.
it, right, it was
What about
at-
her? What did she think? Was she amused at all, or did you just kind of have to do it?
No,
and
she was sitting there fucking having a giggle about it the entire time.
then-
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
well, that's
kind of
gonna
hard
put
to
you
get off
off.
when a
Yeah,
woman's
right.
giggling at you.
Yeah.
It's just like she's laughing at you. You're like, it's just
That's how I know that Devin
I
must
mean-
have a pretty good dick, because if my wife giggled at my dick, I would probably punch her.
Yeah, it makes it tough, doesn't it?
I'd wait till she went to suck on it, and I'd thump her in the top of her fucking skull. Just,
Here's
bitch.
the thing.
But yeah, no,
Don't
it's
you
a good
laugh at
point.
it.
It's a good point, Jody. I mean, you're only, what do you say, 35? But the older you get, I mean, John will say, "Oh, I never have any problems with this. I'm always super rock hard all the time." But it's not true. He's lying. The older you get, the harder, the easier it is to get put off.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
it's like refocus and not care anymore, you mean? Or you mean like to get shut
Explain
down?
that, Dave. I don't mind
Yes.
being insulted, but at least I'd like to know what I'm being insulted about. Say, what do you mean by that?
Your
it's
dick
pa-
doesn't
it's
stay
pa-
hard.
It's partially the women's responsibility.
Yes.
Like they can complain, "Oh, you're an impotent loser," whatever. But it's just like, well,
I don't
okay,
want to fuck you.
Yeah, what effort are you putting in here?
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
it's okay. I'm not the same as I once was, but I'm
It's like that country
Good
song,
once as I
ain't
ever
good
was.
as I
Good job,
once
dude.
was.
yeah, I'm good
Yeah,
once
see,
as I ever
what did I
was.
tell? I knew John would be like this. Okay, John.
I'm
Cool.
not. Listen, what do you want me to do? Lie? My dick still gets hard. What do you want from me? Okay, I'm not going to lie.
I kind of wish that it would stop
like it
at some
used
point.
to. Not, I wasn't, when I was 25, I was walking around like a divining rod.
Do
Yeah.
you
All right,
never
but-
get put off
That's-
when you're jerking off? Oh, that's right. You have like 15-second sessions, so I guess that's not long enough.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I
You
get
skip to
shit
the
done.
good part, right? Yeah.
Get to the good part. Yeah, I mean,
And
to be honest
there
with
is
you-
literally times now. I'm only 26, and sometimes I get bored. Like I
What, 10
think-
seconds in? Or
Oh
what?
no! You know, like at least 5 minutes.
rather
in,
be
I'm just
playing
like, well,
fucking
I'm not
Elder Ring or
nutting
whatever.
or anything, and I'm getting, I'm kind of losing my steam here. That's when I'll just usually fake the orgasm.
you
Oh,
fake
wow.
an orgasm?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Wow.
men do that.
Yeah.
I know someone else who used to do that as well. Yeah,
I've done it one time.
Really?
especially if you happen to be dating or roommates, flatmates, whatever, with a nymphomaniac,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
a sex addict, then yeah, sometimes it's just like I just got to get this over.
Yeah.
That's what
No,
it
like
was.
with me and her, we're kind of polar opposites when it comes to it.
Yeah,
interesting.
Like I don't. There's some days where it's just like I don't even want to be physically touched.
right.
Oh man, I thought it was like
So-
you're like it's just a dog, just full. You're just kind of sitting there, like I couldn't eat one more
can't.
fucking bite.
Yeah, I can't do one-
That happens too.
Sure.
There's been days when it's been like five sessions in one day, and I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ! I think this thing is gonna fall off if it keeps getting used anymore.
That is true. Like
think
you
that's
have
a
to work for it a
crowded
little bit. I
household.
think. You
Yeah.
know, like you have to have a little bit of a goal. Just at least be nice to the chick so that she wants to let you
Yeah.
fuck her. Because
Yeah,
if
if
you're
I
just
was-
getting it 5 times a day, like eventually you're gonna get tired of that. I guess.
I wish I was alive for when you guys turn 60 and see how you guys feel about this. I feel about all this shit. I will see if you're worried. Because I'll be honest with you, it's not a 100% on my mind all the time.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna have
Not
to
what I
worry
think
about it because I'm just gonna get injected into the metaverse.
Hell
All right,
yeah,
well,
dude.
hang on a second. Before we get into all that,
I've got
I think what's going on right now is there's a war on men. In other words,
Yeah, MGTOW.
there is.
yes, they
Okay.
do not want men anymore. All the men they're trying to change into women, and they don't even want to have men anymore. And the reason I
Yes.
say that is I'm going to bring up this story here.
Men are more disposable. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, in the past, when men were actually real men and we went off to fight wars and shit,
Right.
not like pussies now that being slapped in the face is like this major global
You
incident.
can't fucking get rid of us, you dumb bitches. Otherwise, the world will be
Right.
overrun with spiders, and your
In-
cars won't work anymore.
But in the past, like up to 30% of the male population would die from warfare.
Wars. Yeah,
Right,
yeah. You only need a couple guys.
right, yes.
Yeah, it's exactly. So just like rape, lesbian
why don't we
couple sues fraternity clinic for alleged embryo mix-up, saying they wanted a girl but got a boy. The Buffalo-based
Oh,
lesbian
yeah.
couple is suing Central New
put the
York
wrong egg in
Fertility
her?
Clinic for giving them the wrong embryo.
Yeah, and
they
it happens to be a
explicitly
boy.
They
It's
wanted
like
a baby girl, and they got a
So-
boy.
It's like
Okay,
a
well-
reverse of China where they want to drown the baby boy instead of the baby girl.
Right.
I mean, I've heard of like, mix up with kids
Yeah.
at hospitals, but
Oh, well, they're both gay too. Don't forget that part. Like
Right.
that's the thing is they're fucking lesbians, so they're like,
that's
I
when
can't bring
felt
another
my body
toxic
was taken
man.
hostage.
Oh yeah. There's there's an Australian feminist called Clementine Ford, and she is most famous for her Twitter hashtag "Kill All Men." So she says it's a joke, but
It's a
she's
joke.
kind of a bit serious about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point is,
I
she
think
had
they
a
should
baby.
take that fucking kid away
She-
already because they're gonna
She-
making that kid
yeah,
trans
well,
for sure.
she had a baby boy,
Right.
and can you imagine? Can you imagine
No. She's
if your
trying.
single mother, was a militant anti-male feminist?
Yeah,
Right.
who do you think taught us to be like this, you dumb fucking bitch? Did you not hear what he said earlier about black women raising black men? White women raise white kids too. Dads go away. The people that have fathers typically end up being okay people. It's the single mom motherfuckers like me that end up fucking everything up.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I
yelling.
think I do have to say that I think my mom is a bit more of a man than my biological father is.
Sure.
So,
I'm just saying,
How
like,
emasculating is that for your father, biological father, Devin?
well,
if
I
you-
Even if
mean,
it's true.
the countless jokes that I've heard about how small his dick is
oh,
Really?
that's rude. From your mom?
from my mother. Yes.
That's
I don't
not
know.
right.
Yeah, you shouldn't believe that. That's probably just that's.
No, I
like
know it's
collateral
probably
damage.
just
Have you ever seen your father's pecker?
no, I have not.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if you got a big dick, chances are he's got a
But
good
like
size one.
for
Yeah.
instance, we went clothes shopping, and I guess I found a pair of pants that were a little bit too tight around the waist.
Yes.
And my mom was just like, "Those pants are too tight," and I said, "Well, that's not my fault." And she said, "Well, that's not your father's fault either."
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think
And I
my
was like,
kid's a little
"Oh."
bit bigger than me now. I think he got his dick from his mom.
There you go.
See, this is why I like Jody.
So getting back to the story here, the couple was devastated to find out they're expecting a son. The woman became suicidal after her son's birth and entered a dark depression, finding out that she was carrying a baby boy. He's going to leave the
No.
toilet seat up.
Yeah.
Upon first finding out the child was male in her 15-week appointment, Heather said she became convinced that the IVF clinic mixed up the embryos. She was carrying
Yes,
someone
on purpose. They did it
Yeah.
on purpose.
Out of spite because they saw these
Yeah.
lesbians, so they were like, "We're not going to let them marry another fucking feminist lesbian woman into this world."
I really do
That's awesome.
like ask myself sometimes, is this really how these people think? Is this
Well,
real?
It's how those two
Well,
people
yeah.
think.
The OB offered to abort the child, but she declined, in part saying she was hoping that someone would have our baby and then they could switch them after birth, and it would be a happy switch. They should throw a net
Holy
over both
shit.
of these two fucking people.
Yeah.
Isn't that a TV show, Switched at Birth?
Yes.
They're not even born yet, and they're saying they're switched. They switched switched before birth.
It just sucks because they can't even look at the
That's
fucking the
amazing.
positive side. Like, why don't you guys be productive members of society and raise your boy to not be such an asshole?
Yeah.
And then maybe there won't be another asshole guy out there. But instead, you're just like, I can't believe it. I'm gonna kill myself because I brought another man into this world.
Heather explains that she specifically chose CNY Fertility Clinic because they were willing to ensure the baby was a girl. She had been sexually
Wow.
assaulted on 2 occasions, making her leery of men in general. Plus, she did not want to raise a boy. We did not want to have a boy because of assaults and because of socialization of boys. There's constant socialization of what it means to be a real man. People say, oh, he's a boy, let him hit you. And all the camouflage and guns don't help. It reinforces masculinity and a reminder of the assaults every time.
Oh, those damn Nerf guns.
Isn't that just like a form of retardation where you can't separate out individuals from the groups? Like you get attacked by a dog, right?
Yes.
And then for the rest of your life, you're deathly afraid of all dogs.
Or you get robbed by a
Oh,
Black people. black people. Right. Yes, and then for the rest of your life, you're Anthony Cumia.
Yeah.
All right, so you're not wrong, because when I was 7 years old, I was attacked by 3 German Shepherds, and I got bit, had to go to the hospital and get stitches and shit like that. And I've always been afraid of bigger dogs.
How old, John?
Always. I was 7. I was 7 years old.
That's so fucking.
Yeah. All bigger dogs. I mean, a golden retriever versus a German Shepherd look very different.
Aggressive dogs. Like if a dog barks, like a bigger dog barks, all of a sudden I'm on edge.
Yeah.
You know.
I get that because that's lots of cues that match, right? Big dog, barking, aggressive,
teeth.
right?
Yeah.
But there's some people that will be afraid of Chihuahuas just because they were attacked by a Great Dane.
Well, those little fuckers, they're little tiny thing. They're all teeth.
Right.
You're more likely to
are
get bit by a
nasty.
Chihuahua for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, they are nasty.
No, dogs
Yeah, but
like
not mauled to
Chihuahuas
death.
and pugs deserve to be euthanized.
Yeah. 100%.
All right, so let's circle this all the way back around to racism, because I think we can make the same thing here.
Isn't that a cue for the soundboard as well?
All right.
Yeah,
So-
white people.
So I think
No,
white
racism.
Damn it. Where is it?
Yeah.
Racism. All right. So
Yes.
so here, to be honest with you, I think that the reason there is racism is because white people are afraid of black people.
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it started when they were slaves, and they said, well, Jesus Christ, look what we did to them. And now they're free. We definitely have to be careful. And I think that's it. And so like even now,
That's it. That's it. That's the worldwide experience. Isn't
No,
it,
it's
John?
also, hey, look at that huge guy with an 8-pack and he doesn't work out. I don't even fucking get off the couch in one movement. And that guy could probably rip my spine out from in between my shoulders if he wanted to. Like,
yeah.
But
And
I thought you slave owners, which all of you were, because you're American, didn't you beat the most violent ones?
that was, yeah.
Because you
fuck 'em, dude.
wanted the slaves to be docile.
Yeah, fuck them right in the butt. You don't want that to happen to you, do you now, boy?
You find the most
So-
violent one, and then you beat him to death, and then the rest of them fall in line.
Right.
And then you keep doing that, and then you end up with a whole bunch of docile black people.
well, until you can't
that-
beat them anymore. And then once you can't beat them anymore, then you got to worry.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that racism is very fear-based. It's all based, racism is based on fear, and it's a sin, because there's a lot of people that that are, a lot of
Black people.
that that are either college educated and they don't pose a threat, and you're not afraid of them, and there's not that racial stigma or construct that where there's that fear, where if you're walking through West Philadelphia, which is a very it's like the Badlands.
Yeah, and then you call
North-
some girlfriend bald, some guy's girlfriend bald, then he's gonna
Bald,
smack
yeah.
the shit out of you.
Right. So so Duchess says, I'm acutely uncomfortable with Dave's phrase docile black people.
I
Why?
thought,
I'm just-
you were going to pronounce it actually.
Easy blacks.
Acutely. That's
What
I know
percentage
you did
of-
good, John. You could read.
Oh, it was a good
Okay, I'll
one.
go the other way. What percentage of American black people are violent?
I would say
What's the
20
statistic? Is it 30%? But
somewhere around
50% of the
30%.
crime?
30%, yeah, about 30%.
Yeah, but that's
I'm not
something
saying
called
that.
crime.
That's what they
not
say.
30% of the
3/5
people.
rule.
My point is the percentage is actually low. So you are wrong to look at an individual black person and think violent,
Yes.
because 95% are docile.
But like I just said, if Will Smith will
Domesticated,
smack a
if you
motherfucker
will.
on national TV,
Oh my
he's
God.
the whitest black guy. So I'm saying this is going to send shockwaves to the Academy. See how many black people get invited back to the fucking awards show next year.
Any actor that's acting that's black is going to be invited if they're nominated. This
No,
goes right. This goes right into this story.
Will Smith's going to be disciplined.
Is
I
he
don't think
really?
They're going to have him back.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I'm done with it after this, but I just found this out. Apparently, they asked him to leave.
I heard they didn't. There's a he said, she said.
Right. So
Oh.
I don't know what the truth is, but
I don't either.
apparently they said, "Hey, man, it'd probably be best if you dipped out. And he was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. And it's like, well, no, you're not good. You can't call the cops because they'll shoot him. So it's like you pick him up and escort him out. He might fucking slap you.
There's a
How
story.
about this, Jody? If you're violent at the Oscars, you can come back next year, but you have to be in a cage.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, I love it.
Like the whole time, like a
It
hell of a
doesn't.
cell.
I'm not being racist. I'm saying anybody,
Anybody, any
Anybody.
white guy
anybody.
or whatever, they got to be in a cage. I like it.
What if they wheel
like
you
being
in?
the penalty box?
They wheel you in a Hannibal Lecter mask on a fucking dolly and just
Right.
stand you next to the stage the whole time.
Right. And then if you win an award, they wheel you out on stage and they put the thing in front of you, and then you go,
First of all, I'd like to thank Jesus. I'd like to thank my mama. I'm sad she couldn't be here because I killed her and put her in the freezer.
my Lord and
That's the thing.
Savior Jesus Christ.
They're going to have to top it for next year's Oscars.
Oh,
Because people are going to be tuning in, going, "Oh, something's going to happen." What? They're just going to be boring again.
Yeah, if somebody
well-
got smacked every year, I would definitely watch the Oscars.
Sure,
I'm just saying.
yeah.
I've never watched them. That would make
Every
me
year
start.
now, they should put at least 2 or 3 jokes in that they know there's a decent chance.
They should make it an award, like make it a poll throughout the year and let the Academy vote who gets to get smacked. And then when they win the award, fucking Will Smith just awards
and
the thing
smacks.
and smacks the shit out of him. But he's like, and that's your winner for 2023.
Yeah, or just put it to poll. Who should we target this year to try and see if words can trigger violence?
Well, okay. So what happened is you're not allowed to make a joke, because if you make a joke, then that if the joke offends somebody, now they're allowed to just punch you or smack you in the face or whatever.
Yeah,
And
we all
that's
deserve to
not
be hit. Devin, hit yourself.
Right. So in California, they had a 6-hour debate, and it's the California Reparations Task Force. And they voted that only Black Californians who can prove a direct lineage to enslaved ancestors will be able for statewide and first in the nation initiative to address the harms and enduring legacy of slavery.
Ooh.
So now they had a 6-hour debate. I figured that's 5 hours and 45 minutes too long. The 9-member task
Isn't that
force
roughly the length of the latest Batman movie?
might be. A 9-member task force voted 5-4 in favor of defining eligibility for reparations based on lineage determined by an individual being an African-American descendant of a chattel enslaved person or a descendant of a free Black person living in the U.S. prior to the end of the 19th century.
Shit.
While scope of the reparations will be determined in upcoming months, many task force members say that they expect a cash payout to be part of the proposal, as well as a formal apology. The task force said that this eligibility determination will help economists tasked with the qualifying amount of reparation owed. And I'm thinking, what about a case of malt liquor, a carton of Newports, and 5 lottery scratch-off tickets? And we call you and an apology. No?
You're so mean.
Come on.
Hey, look,
Listen,
I'll be completely honest with you. I'm glad they started in California, because if they started in Alabama, this would be it would take them
A
10
nightmare.
years just to go through it. Yeah, they're starting in California where the slave descendants went.
Well, here's my thing. Tell me how much money I have to pay for them to shut the fuck up about this, because I've about had it. It was 150 years ago. 100 years ago.
You get it all at once, or do you get monthly like checks?
Well, see, this is the task force have to figure this out. Now,
They're going to tax it.
Now, listen, if you aren't from, if they can't trace you back, you get dick and bubble gum, and they're all out of bubble gum.
Oh, that's
So,
fucked up.
I mean, yeah, how long? The question is a good one, and it's how long do you stick with the victim narrative,
Right?
until it's like, isn't this getting old? I mean, the great Kanye West, I think that was one of his points when after he'd been listening to the even greater Candace Owens, is haven't we done enough of this? Can't we instead change the narrative to a positive one rather than just blaming all our problems on other people?
I think that gal's shirt said no handouts across the tits. That seems
Yeah,
a little counterintuitive.
I forgot to bring that up before I no handouts.
So
Wait a
I
minute.
mean, if,
Go ahead. I'm
if
sorry.
what? Yeah, I mean, if reparations give them something, and if that's not good enough, then back to Africa. There's always that option.
Oh, you can't say that.
Oh, damn.
You can. I just did.
It's okay. He's from
I-
Australia. He can't be racist.
Well, I mean, I recently met someone. They may also be the same person that accused me of being racist. But anyway, a person that was a descendant of repatriated slaves.
Okay.
There's a little country called Liberia.
A little country.
Yeah, it is 5 million people.
Right.
The slaves went back to Africa.
Well, you know that.
And
then what happened?
and then they kind of displaced the people that were there.
Because they come in like fucking Vikings and
Yeah,
beat people
'cause
out of their apartments because they needed a place to live.
Sure.
Yeah. And then there was a civil war that wiped out almost 10% of the population. But besides that, it's a good story.
Right.
It's always an option. It's always an option.
Well, here's the problem. You know what the problem with the Will Smith slapping is? Because it's rooted in anti-blackness and it's inequality in plain sight.
Yes.
White outrage about Will Smith's slap is rooted in anti-blackness and inequality in plain sight.
Correct.
Right?
Boy, he slapped him like a new slave. Look at that shit.
This is the best.
And
here's the best meme.
That's another thing. Like, if anything I say is offensive, then I was born this way. I was born a white racist.
It kind of got old after 2 hours.
Yeah.
We do not condone violence. Assault is never the answer. These words have echoed through all of the social media accounts since Will Smith slapped Chris Rock for making a poor taste joke about Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. The joke referenced Pinkett Smith's shaved head and decision she made due to her struggles with an autoimmune disease, alopecia. Most people agree the slap shouldn't have happened, but there's something that feels precious at best and downright racist at worst about how white people reacted to the now infamous smack. Hollywood director Judd Apatow declared it in a deleted tweet. He could have killed Rock. Jesus.
God damn.
Hey, really quick, Jody, when you go and hit that Coors Light, make sure you drink it right and put your pinky up.
How does this compare?
Hit the Coors.
How does this compare to those riots? There was a lot of white outrage over that as well. It's like, well, yeah, sure, the riots shouldn't happen, but you can't talk about it.
Yeah, you can't say
you're white.
Yeah, it's not your business because you're white.
You're white. You can't say that. Hey, nobody should be in there raiding a Target and burning down a Walmart and a used car lot.
Yeah, I would have went down the same path that one white guy did in Target and steal those expensive Lego sets.
That's a pretty good idea. I'm just kind of like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to do that. Do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Jason
afford me the same shit. That's how it works.
Snack Chris Rock back to SNL.
Do you know how much that a Millennium Falcon set is? Shit's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's fucking expensive. Then there's an Imperial Fighter or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah,
there was also $1,000 or something.
There was also an old Death
ridiculous.
Star that was like $750
for a fucking toy.
Shit.
Lego.
Well, it is Lego. Huge though.
Yeah, it would take you a long time to put them shits together.
Okay, so you've got $750 to spend, and there's a lot of things you could
if
get
your
with
first
it.
priority is Legos, I think there's something wrong with your brain.
Devin, it's Lego.
It's not Lego.
I found something else that starts at $750, and that's getting
what's her name?
Well, that's getting a custom video from a top 50 on Pornhub porn star.
Yeah, I would make a pussy out of Legos before I would fucking pay to become anybody's top 50.
Her custom videos start at $750. So I don't know if you just get like a 10-second saying, "Hi, Devin, there's $750. If you wanted me to do any more, it's going to cost even more than that."
Yeah, I would imagine that she would have to be naked for $750 to do the.
I mean, it said starting at $750.
Naked for $750. She better be in my fucking. She better be in my living room.
Well, the thing is, the naked thing is like what I mean. She's already plastered all over the internet. So what are you actually? So you're paying for your specific appalling fetish
being
that
recognized.
I think that's
she may or
cheating.
may not do, and her, personalizing the video.
Yeah,
Say, Devin, you're so awesome.
The
Devin,
attention that it could give you
Yeah.
that you
can't
don't
wait
have
till
in your life.
I can't wait till you go to trade school. It turns me on so much
Yeah.
thinking about future Devin.
If any
can't
of
wait
you
till
did
you're
that
a
to me, I would
master.
kill myself. Be so fucking
So-
embarrassing.
But it's a sliding scale, if that's the right term. So
Yeah,
if you're willing to go
it's a
outside
slippery
the top,
slope fallacy.
if you're willing to go outside the top 50, then the custom videos do get cheaper than that.
True.
I
But it's
would
like-
much rather have a cameo from High Pitch Eric than from a porn star.
All right.
Well, yeah, it kind of compares to the cameos, doesn't it? Some of them are ridiculous.
All right. So let me ask you this: if you had your choice of who to get a cameo from, who would it be?
Honestly,
Yeah. Now, lie to me. Dickhead.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually gonna try to think about this.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Who played the Green Goblin? Norman something?
William Dafoe.
Oh, William
William
Dafoe.
Dafoe?
Yeah, weird face guy. He's actually my favorite villain in the Spider-Man series because he played an excellent Green Goblin.
So you would like him to give you a?
Yeah, just a shout out.
What about your buddy Dick from the Dick Show?
Oh, I don't give a shit about what he has to say. He's
Okay.
losing his fucking mind.
All right.
I'm going to say I want a cameo duet with Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Oh.
How much does it cost to bring them together to,
That's a pretty penny. Now that's a good one. That's definitely a good one. What about you, Jody? Anybody you could think of?
For cameo or for like a porno?
No,
No.
either or a custom porn video.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
If it's custom porn, I'm gonna go Rihanna because I think that would be cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't really need to explain that when she's hot, and I wanted to hear her say
I've
my name once.
And-
always
Yeah, and
gotten in
obviously you
trouble,
want to get her to rough
because of the
get it.
argument, Jody, between like when people have that who's hotter, Beyonce or Rihanna.
Yeah.
And my answer is always Rihanna.
It's not even close. Rihanna's
No, it's not
foreign.
even close.
She's from Barbados. Shut your fucking mouth. She's a
Yeah.
mer person.
So how much would it cost to get a custom video of Rihanna getting roughed up? Because I mean, that's obviously what you're talking about, Jody.
Yeah, for sure.
Why else would you mention Rihanna?
I don't.
It'd be a lot, wouldn't it? 10 grand?
Yeah,
No.
she's rich.
She's too rich for 10. Fuck.
Yeah, she wipes her ass with 10 grand. There's no
Yeah.
way.
Oh, damn it.
I would sniff
100
it.
grand?
I would sniff 10 grand that she wiped in her
How
ass.
much do you think it would cost to get like a custom video from Kanye West just saying like one sentence?
Jason's got a good one. Since we're doubling
Kanye
up,
West. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner and Leah Thomas. Now there you go.
Together, like a tag
Together.
team.
Together.
Even though apparently Caitlyn does not have the same views with transgender sports as
No,
everyone
she's
else
a
does.
Republican. Yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you think all trannies agree with each other, then yeah, you're not
Of
paying,
course they
you're not
don't.
paying
They're just
attention.
They're just like normal people.
Yeah.
Except they're not normal. Hey.
If we were going funny,
okay. Here's a question: what is further outside of the parameters of normal? A chick with a dick, or a 500-pound man? What's more outside the normal parameters?
Why are you picking
Would you-
500-pound man? I'm just trying
would
to
you say?
say.
Just hypothetically
so-
speaking.
hypothetically speaking, if there was a 500-pound man somewhere, we could
In
never
my
find-
opinion,
find-
I think it's more odd to be 500 pounds.
Then have a chick with a dick.
Yes.
Well, of course you do. You're half a fag.
how big is the dick?
It's normal for you,
Hey, as long as it's not bigger than mine, I don't care.
'Cause
right?
I don't like looking at people's dicks all that like a lot. So at least the 500-pound guy, the dicks, I'm gonna have to really look to see if they got a lot of belly going on.
Oh, there's always a lot of belly with a 500-pound person. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's thighs and like elbows and shit like that too. But
No, not always.
I've been over 500 pounds.
yeah,
Oh no, I was watching My 600-Pound Life with Tiana, and there was this like fat gamer dude that I guess just played Fortnite all day and sat in the same spot on his bed every single day.
Mhm.
And I did not know where his legs and his gut started.
yeah,
Yeah, it's tough.
He
I
had
feel
to
like
ba-
that's
he
gotta
had
be
to
more than
bathe in an
5.
inflatable pool.
that's got to be 600-700 pounds when you get into that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's uncomfortable.
When you're that fat, you should just go for the record. You know,
Andre the Giant, well, it's dead, and Yoko Ono.
it's pretty good.
That's pretty good one too.
I was thinking of something else, and that's how much sexual perversion would you put up with your partner before it's just like, nah, I can't do this? Because usually guys will just like, yeah, I'll just go along with whatever.
Sure.
Because yeah, I'm getting some.
I
So-
think the rape fantasy is out the door immediately.
I was about to bring up CNC. Could you actually do that?
The Music Factory.
No, I
tough.
tried.
Wow.
Music Factory.
You tried and you're just like, I can't
could
do
not
this.
like physically bring myself to fulfill that fantasy. I was
Right.
like, this is weird.
yeah,
CNC. Is that cuckolding
CNC.
stuff?
CNC,
Cunt.
consensual non-consent.
Oh, see and sense. Okay, I got you.
Is that rape?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
like rape fantasy.
It's not rape.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not.
It's a
but, you know.
fantasy. It's like
Yeah.
It's a fantasy.
it's
Oh.
a fantasy.
I
Like
see.
in
But
other
if you're
words-
but if you're the man in that situation and
Yeah,
your
I got soft
and
in,
your
like,
woman is
under
into
a minute.
CNC,
Oh,
then the actions you're doing in the moment
yeah.
are indistinguishable from a rapist.
So
Well,
you
the thing-
guys are
And
into
that's
the wrong
pretty
kind
fucked
of.
up.
You guys are into the wrong kind of CNC because me and my wife, we're into cosplay. That's where I give her pills until she falls asleep and then I fuck her.
Oh, well,
Jesus
Cosby
Christ.
play.
I'm the most vanilla guy here. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so
Okay,
First of
John. So
all-
you don't like CNC? Okay, so
No.
what about dirty anal? Would you put up with someone that's got a fetish for dirty anal?
Yeah.
so
John.
that means I'm getting a rusty trombone or a dirty Sanchez. I know. Listen. I'm really vanilla. I've always been really vanilla when it comes to that.
But I'm
don't
saying,
think-
I
don't
just
think-
want you to lay
It's
down
the-
on the bed.
John.
No,
John,
go ahead.
it's the love of your life. It's the love of your
Okay.
life, and they just say because they don't tell you straight away.
Right,
No,
I
they
just
they're
said
into-
Taco Bell.
They're
I
into
just said Taco
into-
Bell, and now I want you to go do that deep in my back door. No, I don't think I
into
can.
dirty anal CNC.
I can't do that. Sorry, I don't
And then
want to
you've-
put in
and
my
then you've got
thumb
to
and pull out a
end
plum.
it with peeing in their butt.
Oh, come
How about
on!
that?
You are a
That's tough.
filthy,
To clean it out.
perverted man.
Yeah, it's
You are
That's a
one
thing
sick
too.
motherfucker.
That would take like
You-
5
you-
minutes.
That's all just a deal breaker. You wouldn't put up with any of that. You're just like, nah, I'm
No.
out.
Yeah, I'm out. I don't want to do any of that. I
But
don't.
the love of your
I
life,
mean, again,
John.
listen, if she's that much of a freak, we really don't have much in common. To be quite honest, what if she's that freak? I mean, what do you think a freak like that is going to be in normal? Once you come out of the bedroom, you think that freakiness just stops, and she goes, "Oh, well, let me get a roast on. Let me
Yes,
get, let me
it's
build
an
a fancy
expression
dinner."
for that. Lady in the streets, freak in the sheets,
Yeah,
John.
that's no, I don't think
It's
so.
Yeah,
totally
I don't
that
think it's real.
I don't think it's real.
Yeah.
It's like a
talking about-
unicorn.
It's
You
like a
hear about 'em.
a lady sexual Superman where she's got the cape on, she'll fuck you in the ass. She'll
Holy
ask
shit.
first, but like
Jason's like after consuming ghost pepper sauce and milk. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm a wet blanket. I am. I'm a wet blanket. Okay.
good job, Tristan.
I'm a wet blanket. What can I tell you?
So I've got a question for you, John. All your sexual exploits.
Yeah, all of them. Go ahead.
Yeah. What's the roughest you've ever got? Don't include the rapes because that's an actual crime. So put them to the side.
The only
Don't
thing,
talk about them.
the only thing I can do, I just go with the joke. Is some girl told me she wanted 12 inches and bleed, so I fucked her 3 times and punched her in the mouth. I mean, that's
There
the
you
only
go.
thing that I
There's
can
the
really
joke.
come up with.
That's pretty good.
You've
Yeah, I
never
don't-
like spanking. You've never
No, I don't like inflicting.
never even done spanking.
I
Here's
don't
one.
like it. I don't
It's
like
not
inflicting-
about
How about-
pain, John.
It
How about
is.
this, John? How about this?
Yes. Go ahead.
One time I choke fucked my buddy's ex-girlfriend against a closet door. Not hard, not like to where she couldn't
And
breathe.
she died. No.
No, she didn't die. But like that, I don't even think that she was into that with him. It's just like we fooled
Right.
around, and then I put her against a wall, and we were fucking, and then she was just
It
like,
just
"Give me your
happens
hand," and then
sometimes.
she was like, "Hold me here," and I was like, "Okay."
Well, that brings up another thing we were potentially talking about. Did you say fucking a buddy's ex?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
That's against the rules.
It was like 2 weeks.
No,
after they
it's
broke up,
not.
too. Oh,
2
man.
weeks. Okay.
No, it's
weeks.
not.
Okay.
It is not
Okay.
against any sort of rule.
Sure, it is.
So Okay, John's rule is never, ever, ever,
Right.
ever, ever.
And mind
a
you,
lot
this
of
man
people
is
agree with
60
John.
years old
All right,
and
let's
still
hold
follows
on.
this.
The editor and me
Right.
is begging for everybody to stop talking at the same time because these are all good things that are saying. Devin, what were you saying?
I said, you're 60 years old and you still believe in this?
Yes, and I'll tell you why.
Don't say it no bro code bullshit because it will make me want to kick you in the balls so goddamn hard.
I don't care. I don't care. Here's the thing: when your buddy has been intimate
Inside,
with a woman,
you can say it.
all right, I'm trying to be talking about
Balls deep in your girl that you're trying
right.
to fuck.
Okay,
at the
so
time.
yeah, all
John's going to
that.
say it's gay. That's what he's going to say.
No, it's not gay. It's not gay at all.
It's called
It's
Eskimo
like,
Brothers.
it's like
John.
you may as well be touching dicks.
Just tell me when I can answer the question.
Go for it, dude.
So the thing is that she knows what he's like, and then she knows what you're like, and I just don't. I don't want the comparison. I don't want my friend to know. Right. I don't want my friend to know. No, it's not insecurity. It's like I don't want my friend to know. Like, in other words, he knows what I'm doing and he knows what she likes. I don't want any. Listen, there's so many women out there. Why do you have to recycle them? Let me just tell you a story.
Please.
I know you've heard that. Maybe you haven't. I have a cousin. We called him the Jimmy. He's podcasted with me before. Him and his brother.
I hate that guy so much.
They would. I don't even know him, kid.
The Jimmy or the Roybert? Who are you talking about, Devin?
Oh,
I'm talking about
Roybert. I hate Roybert too. They would go and sleep with each other's women. They would go out and then they would just go out with the other one and they would sleep with each other. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
So, like, let's just say that one of the girls at the moment of orgasm, she makes a noise where she goes, just that noise.
Yeah.
And then you're sitting at the Thanksgiving table and with the family, and the one guy that used to date her is leaning back and he goes, you know that he knows that that's the noise she makes. I guess there's so many different
Is that
women.
how you put two and two together in your brain?
In my sick brain, that's how it works. Yeah,
So
I don't.
Then you get up and you slap him in the face, right?
Maybe, whatever. It's okay.
I thought I had problems.
You do have problems. Dude, you do have problems. Just telling you.
He's got 99
There's so many different women out there. Why do you have to go retread a girl that your buddies dated or something like that?
Maybe I saw her first.
Well, then you didn't. Well, then what happened? What happened? How come they ended up going out?
That's not what happened here. I'm just saying maybe I saw her
I know.
first.
I don't. Yeah, I know.
Can I tell you what happened? No, this is a true thing. So what happened in my case is, I don't know why. So let this be a lesson to any of you fellows out there. If your chick ever says this to you, keep it to yourself. Because apparently one evening, she brought up the fact that she wondered what it would be like to fuck me. And he told me that in confidence. And I did not say anything about that for many years, probably 2 or 3. And all of a sudden, the situation presented itself. They were like split up. That was the thing. They were done. And then he was at my house, my apartment, and he wanted to tag team this broad. And I was just like, I guess y'all can fuck back there, like in my room. But then I was like, well, that means they're officially broke up now. And the next time she was at my apartment, I smashed that ass.
Well, hey, listen, if you can sleep at night, more power to you.
I slept
it's not
great.
my deal. Yeah, there you go.
I was tired.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying I wouldn't. That's
Fuck your buddy's girlfriend if you can.
fuck her if you can. You can't.
I've got one final point circling back to the trans issue,
Okay.
which is what we're supposed to be devoting the entire episode to, apparently.
We go all over the
We've
place.
done okay.
So, psychologists working with gender questioning and TGNC youth understand the different developmental needs of children and adolescents, and that not all youth will persist in a TGNC identity into adulthood. Translation:
They kill
it's
themselves.
a fucking phase.
Yeah, most kids grow out of it.
Right.
Yeah, unless they're taught. Did anybody have to tell any of you what you were sexually attracted to?
No.
Yes.
No.
I mean, no.
Exactly. So why do we have to teach kids about this now?
No, you're confusing sexuality and gender, John. Remember, they're distinct but interrelated concepts. We learnt that earlier in this episode.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We did.
All right. You say so.
We did.
I
We did
forgot to
learn.
take
We
notes.
learnt that.
We learned that.
We learnt it.
We learned did that. All right. So
So yeah, probably, yeah, like I'm not a big total bigot, but probably, wait until you turn 18. I think that's pretty good idea before you go with the hormones and the surgeries.
all right.
I mean, who would disagree? Who would disagree with that? But there, none of us.
no. I don't even know what you're fucking talking about. But
Hey, John.
okay, I'll agree with you. What?
Transitioning.
Hey, John, what's the
Puberty blockers, John? You listen to all the alt-right gas bags. They're anti fucking puberty blockers, which I agree with the alt-right gas bags.
Okay.
Yeah,
To a certain age, I think that the children don't know what they don't have no concept. They still believe in Santa Claus, for fuck's sake. All right, and the tooth fairy. All right, now you're going to teach them about sexuality. I mean, they can't handle it. It's too much. Why don't we teach kids calculus? Let's do that. Let's teach kindergartners
Or
pre-K up to third grade calculus.
actually
And
teach people about taxes
How about we teach them to read?
and
Yeah, why don't we do that?
finances.
How about we teach them that reading's not just for a boring thing to do at school? Reading's for life, man.
Yeah.
Right? We're all on board with that.
Right. If you
It's
like
not
it.
bad. It's not a bad idea.
I tell you what, it does broaden your horizons.
This
It
shit was
really
bred
does.
out of me real quick, man. I suck at reading.
Also,
I don't like it.
Encourages you to, think about different perspectives. And
Here's
so here's your challenge, John.
my
Go and
challenge.
find a book
Read
written by a black, trans, gay, disabled person,
No.
It has to be more than
And-
100 pages.
and maybe then you'll be a bit more sensitive to their plight.
No
No.
pictures.
That's all.
First of all, there are certain people learn a certain way. Certain people can read a book.
No,
and-
that's
and-
bullshit, John. It's
Okay,
bullshit.
that's
That's been
because
debunked long
that's because-
ago.
No, let me finish. It's because you can read a book and you can learn from it. I learned. Hang on, Dave. Let me finish my statement, and you can tell me I'm an asshole.
No, I'll tell you, you're a
For me-
retard. But
Okay, you can tell me I'm a retard. So first of all, if I watch somebody do something, I learn how to do that. That's the best way I learn. Or if someone tells me how to do it. But if you give me a book and have me read it, it takes me a lot longer to figure it out. And so that's just the way I've always been able to learn. So that's why I'm not really much on books.
John and I are both read tards.
Read tards. Oh, Jody with another title. Read tards.
so you learn like a chimpanzee learns.
Hands on, baby.
Okay. And some of us can read books.
Yeah, it's true. I got to hit myself in the head with the fucking hammer before I realize, well, that's hard as shit. I don't need to do that.
Listen, I can read. I read here tonight. I was reading tonight. I can read. It's just not the way. It's not the best way for me to learn.
You have poor reading comprehension, like me.
I guess
Sure.
I can't. I just, in other words, I'm more of a visual learner. I've always been. That's all there is to it. I don't know what to tell you.
I just don't retain anything when I read. I could read paragraphs upon paragraphs, and I'll giggle when it comes out of my mouth and go, "Oh, that's a funny story," whatever the thing is. And then, like, you could ask me an hour later, and I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
fucking know.
let's go.
Here's what happens. I start reading a book. I'm still reading, and in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, what am I gonna do tomorrow?" And I really gonna get
What am I
gas
going to get
soon.
from Duncan?
Yeah, what am I getting from Dunkin' Donuts?
I'm gonna drive my scooter.
Am I gonna
sounds
drive
like
my
you-
scooter?
Sounds like you suffer from woman's brain, John.
Baby.
Oh, you got lady brain.
Just
got
jotting.
lady
Yeah,
brain?
you got lady brain.
Damn.
Like when you're having sex and they start to talk about the shopping or whatever,
yeah. there's John.
regardless of how
Well,
good you are.
I
'Cause
can't say
obviously
that's
the
ever
counter
happened to me.
argument is because it's never happened to me because I'm awesome in bed. Like bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyone who's had enough sex has been with multiple times with a woman that's decided to talk about some completely unrelated concept. And then when you're young, you can keep hard and it's like, yeah, whatever, talk about whatever. You the mother-in-law, fine. But as you get older, as I said before, it can put you off.
The other day, my wife asked me, I was eating her out, and she asked me what would happen. What
Jesus
would
Christ,
I do?
Jody?
Listen, no.
What?
So
This
what?
is real stuff right here.
No,
I
this is real.
understand. It's just I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't braced for it. I gotta.
Neither was I, because what she
An
said.
image popped into my mind, and I threw up a little bit in my mouth.
John.
Jody and I's fault that we're so transparent on the show.
I'm doing my thing, and out of nowhere, this is how I know my wife is hilarious. By the way, she goes, "Hey," and I go, "Yeah." She goes, "What would happen? What would you do if I farted in your face right now?" And I was like, "I'd appreciate it if you didn't." And she started laughing, and then I was like, "Don't fucking laugh," because I thought she was gonna fart then, and that made her laugh even harder. So we had to take like a solid 20-second little break there just to giggle at each other for a moment. Because I don't know what brought that up. Like, I don't know if she had the bubble guts or what the fuck. And she's in 12 years, she never said that to me before. And I was down there fucking getting at it. And she was just like, hey,
Well,
what would you do
Jody,
if
I
farted in
assume
your
that
face?
you know you've had a lot of girlfriends, bud, and you know you're a funny guy.
A few.
So you've had these like just odd, ridiculous questions just asked by women, right?
No. Most of the time they don't talk.
Never,
There's
not like
dick is
maybe
in their
it's just millennial women now, but they're just like, oh, would you still love me if I was a worm?
No, never heard that.
What kind of question is that?
I get questions like, hey, do you want
Yeah.
some of this meth? And I'm like, no, thank you.
Some of this
You
meth.
get that kind of shit in like kooky rom-coms where the women ask dumb questions like that.
But it's
yeah.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mean,
Well, it comes from I mean, the writers didn't just make it up.
Yeah.
They met.
Brain. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Hey, do we need to do after show?
Yeah, well,
No. We need.
What, you got you got somewhere to go there, Dave? You're stickler for time, but go ahead.
I am a stickler for time, but I was touched by what Roybert said that we've got to go back to the spreadsheet.
He's just being an asshole.
Robert, I don't hate
As
you.
he
I'll do
does.
this all goddamn night. I just wanted to make sure whether or not what we're doing.
Back to the spreadsheet. That's right. Eddie Murphy is the funniest actor of all time. The end.
Out of those, I would agree with you. Out of Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell, Bill Murphy, and Adam Sandler, the worst is Will Ferrell out of that crew.
No.
Yes. Who's worse than Will Ferrell?
Adam Sandler. Come on.
No.
Adam Sandler's not funny.
Yes.
I'm not saying he's not funny, but he plays a good character. And I'm sorry, but guess what?
No.
I don't think
Have
Bill
you
Murray
seen
really
Jack and
makes me
Jill?
laugh.
Jack and Jill. Yeah.
Have you seen Anchorman? It's
Have you seen
kinda
what's
funny.
that
Step
fucking
Brothers,
NASCAR movie he did, Will Ferrell? What was that?
Talladega Nights.
Yeah, Talladega Nights.
Yeah, it's funny.
Forget that Anchorman. That Will Ferrell has never made a funny fucking movie yet.
That's
And I'll
bullshit,
die on that
John.
fucking hill. He's the
Objectively
worst
wrong.
fucking actor of all time.
Yeah.
He has
No.
the only fucking funny thing Will Ferrell's ever done was bang that fucking cowbell on that one skit in Saturday Night Live. That's the funniest fucking thing he's ever done. Everything else is shit. Step Brothers suck dick.
Him singing "Dust in the Wind" in Old School was pretty funny. And then he goes, "You're my boy, Blue."
Have
Here
you
you go.
never
As
seen
soon as
the
I
movie
see-
Yeah,
Blades
Step
of
Brothers.
Glory?
Step Brothers is pretty good, man.
As soon as I see Will Ferrell in a
Damn.
movie, I turn it off. Whoop. I've never seen
weird.
Will Ferrell in a movie more than 15 seconds.
Well, if you think Will Ferrell movies suck, you should see the movie Hot Rod.
Who's in that?
There you go. Duchess says, I hate to admit that I love Ricky Bobby.
See, that's what I
Yes,
think.
because it's
I
funny.
hate to be this guy, but I think Bill Murray might be pretty low on the list. I'm not saying that he's not hilarious, but I don't know if Bill
No,
Murray
I don't
makes
think
me
Bill
laugh
Murray's
out loud.
funny.
He's funny. Bill's great. Bill Murray's a great actor. He's a great person. He's got a good personality. Like, it's not any of that. I'm just going, if we're going for LOLs here, like me laughing at shit, Bill Murray doesn't
Caddyshack,
really make me laugh.
You don't laugh at Bill Murray and Caddyshack.
What was
I've
that
only seen
really
that movie
shitty role
once.
that he had? Oh, Zombieland.
Dude.
His little
Yeah.
cameo in Zombieland that wasn't very funny.
He
First of
wasn't
all-
really funny in Kingpin. He was just mean. You know what I mean? And that's funny. Like, to me, I like that movie, but like, he wasn't funny Bill Murray in that.
The best movie. I mean, I'm sorry, but if I'm going to rate them right now, Eddie Murphy's number
Yeah.
one, Jim Carrey's number two, Bill Murray's number three, Adam Sandler's number four, and Will Ferrell's number five. That's how I rate them right there. And Eddie Murphy, forget about Eddie Murphy does multiple characters in the same movie. I don't
Yes.
care what anybody says. What's that movie that he was in where he played the woman, the fat girl, and
Norbert.
Sidekicks.
Funniest fucking movie ever out there. Norbert is the best.
Who are Jim Carrey's sidekicks?
I don't
Like
know.
he didn't do. Jeff Daniels, maybe.
Batman.
I guess. Dumb and Dumber.
All his henchmen when he was played the Riddler.
Well, no, I
Wait,
can do
am I
this. So,
talking
like,
about the right thing.
Will Ferrell
Okay.
awfully goes high in that with John C. Reilly. Eddie Murphy's got Martin Lawrence. He's got a few different people that he's kind of worked with. Bill Murray, yeah.
All the pets in Ace Ventura, they were his sidekicks.
All the pets in Dr. Dolittle.
Right, but not like a person. You know, he usually he'll play the supporting roles himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
One
about
of
to
his
say,
best,
I think
Arsenio Hall is probably about the only one I can think of off top besides
the
fucking Martin
stat
Lawrence.
for Adam Sandler under sidekicks is pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's oversaturation. Too many.
Adam
many
Sandler.
different people.
What was that one where the little kid was a big liar? That I thought that was funny. I'm sorry, but what's the one where he's the football player? God,
The Waterboy. That's one of my favorite
Waterboy.
Adam Sandler movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Now
I
listen,
didn't get the Water Boy.
Oh, the Waterboy's fucking great. You got to be from
He-
here to understand it, Dave.
Right. I'm not saying it's bad. Just
Oh,
I
man.
just didn't get it. I didn't get it.
the one thing that I didn't like that he did was he brought back one of my favorite movies that was with Burt Reynolds was The Longest Yard. The Longest Yard original was way better than the remake, in my humble opinion.
Is that a
Um,
picture of Ben from Small Town Mentality?
Probably.
Wow.
I don't know why I put random photos. The other one is the succubuses, and so that's the women that they've been with. Has it like destroyed their comedy? Like
I thought
Jim
you were gonna
Carrey went
say-
a bit crazy with that anti-vax bitch, whatever her name is.
Oh, remember he also was dating the one that's married to one of the Backstreet Boys. What's the one that plays in Blue Bloods now? She has the autistic son,
Tom
blonde.
Selleck?
McCarthy, Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah, that's she's the anti-vaxxer.
yeah.
Jenny
Oh,
McCarthy.
okay, yeah.
You said succubuses. I thought you meant maybe the love interest because it's funny. All these guys always have ridiculous love interests that they would never
Yeah,
end
all
up
that.
with in a million years in their movies.
When is
That's true.
right? Absolutely.
Adam Sandler's
Anyway, so
got
we-
Jennifer Aniston, Sofia Vergara. Man.
Yeah, he's smart. He goes and gets all these.
Marissa Tomei, like Adam Sandler's been fucking bitches in his movies that it's just like, no, not a chance, bro.
51st dates with Drew Barrymore.
Adam Sandler could fuck Drew Barrymore.
Probably.
I
You
could
might
fuck
be right.
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Dave, let's
Talking
not.
about-
Don't get out over your skis, Dave. Come on.
Me versus Tom Green. Get fucked.
Don't get out over your skis.
I'm funnier than Tom Green is.
You might be funnier than Tom Green.
I was going to say, I might give you that, but there's no way you're doing that.
You guys
Except
make
for
me
Freddie-
laugh in the same way.
Freddie got fingered. You ever seen Freddie got fingered?
I think I did, but it's so long ago I forget.
It's pretty good.
Right.
It's got Rip
Oh, a
Torn.
lot
in
of
it.
people hate it. It's fucking nonsense, but it's funny.
Yeah. Me, Myself, and Irene was one of the funniest Jim Carrey movies. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
So
All right, that's enough of that. We
There you
all
go.
agree Eddie Murphy's the funniest.
I would
Yeah.
agree with that. Yeah, I would say that's
Now,
true.
we're clearly an after show. We transitioned at some point. Get it? Transitioned.
Transitioned. Yes.
Painlessly transitioned, I'd like to say too.
You know what?
Seamlessly.
I'll tell you what's going to happen from now on because you guys can't know. You don't know how to end a fucking show, so it doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to record an ending, and I'm just going to take one of where Devin says "get fucked," and then I'll put the music, and that'll be it. We don't have to worry about it. So we'll just ram it right into the after show. It doesn't matter.
You should just
Well,
cut it off
yeah.
and then be like, if you'd like to listen to the rest of this, go to patreon.com/whatever
We're
the
not doing
fuck.
Patreon anymore.
If you want to hear us say bye, oh yeah, never mind.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to
Go
do.
to our OnlyFans.
Yeah.
All right. So Dave had an interesting. He said right before we came on here. He said, "Who would be the easy like if somebody dies, like with the drummer from what's his name, Taylor? What's his name?
Hawkins.
Right, the average drummer from the band Foo Fighters, who will be
One of
replaced.
the greatest drummers of all time. I mean, it's just such a dumb troll.
It's ridiculous. Did anybody really know who he was?
Drummer.
I never knew who he
Shut the
was. I
fuck
never knew
up.
his name until he died.
Yeah, I've never.
How
heard
many
that
drummers
before.
can you name, moron?
I can name a few.
Yeah,
I've never heard of him.
John Bonham. There's John Bonham Jr. There's Keith Moon. There's
Peter
Neil
Criss,
Peart. Yeah, there's tons of them.
Phil
Jesus
Collins,
Christ. What's his name?
Younger than 50.
Sully
Wow.
Erna. Wow, wait, that's 50.
What about
Because
the
Taylor
guy
Hawkins was 50. So anyone younger than that?
I'll tell you what.
That is pretty crazy.
He's not even the best drummer in Foo Fighters. The other
That's
guy's
true.
the best drummer in Foo Fighters. So
Damn.
fucking shit.
He hit you with the realness.
That's the
Dave.
point, idiot.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's not even the best drummer in his band, and you're saying he's the best drummer, one of the greatest drummers of all time. Yeah, shut up.
No. He's
Who's the
better
drummer
than
from
he's
Bruce's
shut up.
drummer?
No, you shut up. He's
Oh,
better
hold
than
on
Dave
now.
Grohl.
New Jersey.
He is not better than Dave Grohl.
I'll tell you
Get
why he's
the hell
better
out
than Dave Grohl.
Here comes.
Because the previous drummer wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
So what did Dave Grohl do? He re-recorded his fucking drum parts.
Yeah.
If you're not good enough, Dave Grohl just re-records the fucking part.
No, I'm not saying
Therefore, Taylor Hawkins had to be better.
Than
Otherwise,
the
Dave
old
Grohl
drummer.
would have just re-recorded the drums.
right. No,
Which he didn't.
no, he was
After
he was
the-
good enough. He was good enough, but he's not better than Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl's a better drummer than what's his name? The guy that died.
Yeah, what's his face?
Taylor Hawkins.
What's his face? Well, I mean, okay, so they're the two most important people in the band. What if the bass player died from Foo Fighters? Do you think they'd cancel their world tour then?
They would
No.
push him off the stage, and one of the guys that tuned the guitars would come out and play the bass.
Yeah, that's what they're
That's
there
what would
for.
Yeah.
One of the roadies.
So-
just pick up the slack.
Yeah.
They have cancelled their world tour. My wife was going to go and see them. My brother was going to go and see them. My niece was going to go and see them. I knew probably maybe 5 or 6 people that were going to go and see them. And yeah, they've cancelled their world tour.
Well, the guy
Yeah, they got to
died.
get another drummer. I'm sure they got to get another drummer, but it's not going to be the band's not going to break up because the guy died. That's all. That's all I'm telling you.
If they can replace a lead
Okay.
singer, they can replace a drummer. Unfortunately, and I hate that, but it just kind of.
How much do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet?
If Tommy Lee dropped dead tonight, I promise Motley Crue would have a new drummer by Monday.
What's our prediction for when Foo Fighters are going to come back and say we're still the Foo Fighters?
About a
We
month.
just got this guy.
Yeah, you got to let him
You
get in
don't
the
think they
ground
can-
first, and then they'll make the plan. I promise.
They'll find a drummer. There's no way they can't find a drummer. Jesus Christ, what's his
How-
Freddie Mercury died, and they replaced him. Steve
Yeah,
Perry,
after
they
20 fucking
Yeah,
years,
and
more
that-
than 20
it
years,
took a little while.
idiot.
Yeah, they had to look for
guy from
somebody.
Warner died. The guy from Journey retired. They got a Filipino to take over for.
Who's
That's
that
just
guy?
like
What's his
He
name?
actually
Steve
does have
Perry,
a really
Steve, what-
fantastic voice
yeah.
that works for Journey. So
But they didn't replace them straight away. That's my
Yeah.
question.
Can they get him in the ground first?
oh dude, if I died, you guys could immediately replace me the next week.
Sure.
I would just leave you in the fucking chair.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Just
leave him
do
right there.
that.
We got recording to do. Fuck him.
So for
Like-
some reason, most people think, out of respect, Foo Fighters should at least delay their world tour.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, what words were wrong that I said?
They shouldn't do that. They should just get another play. First of all, they got to get a
No.
drummer that's going to learn the songs, and as soon as they do that, hit the road,
I'm
Jack.
telling you what the consensus is, John.
I
Whether
hear
or not
you.
you disagree with it.
I disagree with it.
Yes. Noted.
I feel like a month is enough.
noted.
Yeah, right, Jody.
I'm
Yeah, come on.
okay.
Get a drummer. Try out a bunch of drummers. Get them in there, and then let's get back on
If
track.
you're in the
We got
middle of
money
a
to make.
tour, if you're in the middle of a tour, you take the month that you're in or the month you're fixing to start, you chop it off, you move it to the end of the tour, you go, hey, we got to reschedule that, and then you got a month to get your
Right.
shit together. I think
Uh,
that's fair.
Tristan, not until you have better audio.
Yeah, and a
Yes,
microphone.
fucking microphone.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
You're not even a good caller.
Yeah,
God
so, okay,
damn. You're not even top 5.
that's painful.
Fuck
So
ass.
we're saying Foo Fighters a month. I mean, it'll be longer than that. But anyway,
It probably
Right.
will be.
Rubberneckers, we're not going to skip a week.
If
Except
anyone
if
of us drops-
John dies, and then we've got a bit of a problem because
You
He's got-
certainly
yeah,
do.
no, that's
Yeah.
a
he
slight
kind of
problem.
does the editing
Editing.
and
Fuck
and
you,
a
I
few
do the
other
editing.
things.
Yeah, I do.
And a
You,
few-
you guys just throw shit on the
and a
floor,
few
and I
other
sweep
things.
them up and put them in a nice area and get them all fixed up so we can go over the show. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
Hey.
yeah.
If I've heard you complain about anything else on your other shows, it's your goddamn co-hosts don't give content. Well, There it is.
Listen,
Right.
I'm thoroughly enjoying the shows that we are doing.
Yeah.
Dave and I are getting along better. And I think it's all because Jody calms down Dave.
Yeah.
I think
He calms you down.
I'm a Dave tamer. He's my Lord and Savior. He's my daddy, Dom. I would never upset Dave, but also I soothe him like a fucking therapy pet.
Yeah, you're pretty much that's what you are. You're Dave's service animal.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh yeah, comfort animal, whatever it's called, comfort pet or
Pet my head, you homo. Reach down here and touch me.
Hold on, let me make it easier for you.
I see him start. Yeah, I see him start freaking out, and I just take my nose and nudge him in his titty. Like, hey man, you're a good guy. You understand? You're successful. You're a smart person. You're not retarded.
So is it just because we're all insensitive assholes that we just think, oh, don't skip a week?
Yes.
But when the Foo Fighters drummers die, it's like, oh, out of respect, they should at least take a month off. What is that out of respect thing?
Success.
No.
Yeah, okay, that is a clear difference. We're talking about one of the biggest rock bands in the world versus us. Yep.
Yeah.
Tommy Hawkins, what do you think he would think if when he died? If he could tell.
Who's that? The skateboarder?
Taylor Hawkins, whatever his name is, the drummer from the Foo Fighters.
If he Tony Hawk, yep.
Tony Hawk. If Tony Hawk could come back in a dream and talk to Dave Grohl, what would he say? I want you to take off 6 months, or would he say, "Get another fucking drummer, get out on the road, dude"?
No, I don't think he would
tell you to do.
I think he'd say,
delete my search history.
Get the drugs out of my room.
Because that's the thing. He was a degenerate drug addict, but because he was a nice guy, yeah.
And the thing is, he was a good-looking guy. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, you keep focusing on that, John.
Well,
it's interesting.
Yeah, he was a good-looking guy.
People feel bad for pretty people, man.
Yeah,
That
so
helps.
keep talking about how good-looking he was.
If I was the drummer,
do you like that?
Listen,
that Californian surfer look.
If I was the drummer of Foo Fighters, they would have thrown me in a dumpster, and they would have had a drummer for the next show.
John's been California dreaming.
Just telling you, he's a good-looking guy, and that's why everybody loves him, because he's a good-looking guy.
That Taylor Hawkins, he's a
what's
fine
the other
man.
song?
Tony
I
Hawk.
love my cat. Oh no, that's the wrong song.
Are
all
the original members of Red Hot Chili Peppers still alive?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
They're not that old.
No. The guitarist died.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Didn't he? Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
What? What am I
But
blind?
they kept going. They found another guitar.
Yeah.
John's talking about how good-looking a man is again. What am I blind? I can tell I'm an attractive man. It doesn't mean I'm attracted to him.
Yeah.
I'm an attractive man when I see one.
How does the song? What's the Beach Boys song? California Girls. I'm getting confused.
California
Girls.
Dreaming.
No.
They wish they could be California Girls. Yeah, there's California Girls.
Yes.
California Dreaming.
Oh, I wish they all could be
California
Yes.
Girls.
Yeah. So we'll just edit that in the after show. I was going to say, I wish they all. John's thinking, I wish they all could be California boys. See, because he's gay.
Okay, I'm gay. Whatever you say.
John would be the worst gay guy. Me too. I'd be so lazy. Like I wouldn't want to fucking do anything. I'm like, I'm not blowing you. You can blow me. That's fine.
First of all, you're not sticking your dick in my ass.
That's what I say. I'd be the worst gay lover. I'd be like, no. I mean,
so you guys would all just be me.
Yeah, you're the worst gay lover. You're a selfish homo.
Giving perfect angry hand jobs just because I know it would be really fast, and I would just be like, "Here it is. I'm gonna touch this part. Splat. All right, go to bed."
And then
Derek, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so also like the lead singer of Sublime died a long time ago, and it took them like 20 years to find.
And they still haven't found a singer that works.
No, because Rome sucks.
Jeez.
Sorry, I was interrupting you on purpose.
Oh, that's fine.
Rome's the worst.
Okay.
Since you're the only bisexual, I mean, John pretends to like good-looking men, but he's actually 100% straight.
Yeah.
I never said I liked him. I just said I can identify a good-looking man. Are you out of your mind? You don't think you can tell? Shut up with your stupidity over there.
Sorry, Taylor Hawkins just wasn't my kind of.
That's all it is.
He's look that I go for. That's
no, he looks dirty.
You know what Dave likes?
He looks dirty, but he's I don't know what. He's one of those dirty guys that girls are all and they're all over. He's got the pretty white teeth and
Yes,
all that other shit.
That was my point. Sublime with Rome does suck.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So yes, but my question was, Devin, since you're the only bisexual, let's. Which of the Foo Fighters would you actually fuck? You probably won't know what they
Probably
look
Dave
like.
Grohl.
I haven't seen the other two
Let's
because Dave Grohl's not my fucking type either.
I'm a
Yeah, you're gonna say that's too small. So
like
let's
when it
try and
comes
make
to
it bigger.
talent, I'm a really big fan of vocalists.
Taylor Hawkins has
So-
midget face.
He does a little bit.
If his shoes were on his knees, he would look like one of them kids from Little People Big World.
Here, let's go with this guy. Let's see. There he is.
No, yeah, okay. John, now you are being gay for Taylor Hawkins.
Just tell
We
me,
were
it's
talking about
recommended.
all the
No,
different
John wants
members.
somebody that looks at him that way. Like
That's a loving look right there. What are you talking about?
That's
think
how much
they-
skin you have?
Dave Grohl had his dick out.
Is that what you think?
Oh wow, Dave. That's an
Apparently,
amazing piece.
Duchess doesn't go for the dirty hippie, dirty, filthy, long-haired hippie. I'm just saying, girls like that sometimes.
Duchess is more of a fan of the Pat smear. I think we've talked about that in a previous episode.
I have to tell you, when I went back to edit that, you know how you say you're not. I must have been doing something when you were talking about that because I had like 10 jokes after I was listening to it. I was like, oh my god, the screams that must have came out of the room like this. All right, you ready for your scraping? Oh, good.
I had a joke that
Yeah, I
hit me
know.
earlier when you were talking, John.
Which is
Dave said the word bigot.
yes.
I was like, what's the opposite of a bigot? And it was a Smollett.
Small.
That's pretty good.
I didn't sound as good as I wanted it to, though. That's why I didn't go through with it. Like, it's just funny because I haven't heard bigot in a
Good.
while.
Good
and
thought.
it just caught me, and I was like, what's the opposite of a bigot? A Smollett.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, I'm not being gross, Duchess. I'm talking about Pat Smear, the guitarist from the Foo
Oh.
Fighters,
Yeah, dude.
with the dumbest name of all time.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
Right.
that was his name. How about
That's-
Pat
yeah,
Smear.
but it's not his real name, of course. It's not. He wasn't fucking Chris.
Christened
Pat
with the
Smear.
name Pets.
you know what we're gonna do? Mr. and Mrs. Smear, what are you
I
gonna
hate it
name
when
your
rock
son?
people
Pat.
have the dumbest fucking names.
Right.
Who's the other one? There's one. Who's the guy from Jane's Addiction?
Fleet? No.
Navarro.
No, Fleet. That's Red Hot Chili
Red Hot
Peppers.
Chili
bud.
Peppers, yes.
No, I'm thinking the guy from Jane's Addiction. What's his fucking name? It's not Dave Navarro, the singer guy. His name's like some weird thing. Perry Farrell.
Oh. No, I thought he was. I don't know. See, I really don't. I've never been one of those guys
I
that
feel
are.
like all the guys from Muse would have dumb names.
Yeah, I've only all nights, Josh. Ask your mother.
From Muse? No,
Yeah.
no, they don't. They all just Matt Bellamy. That's not really a rocker name, is it?
We need somebody that can actually Google this shit on the fly.
Yeah,
Devin,
okay.
earn
But
some of your.
Pat Smear's real name is George Ruthenberg.
Okay. Oh, no
Oh,
wonder
wow.
he changed. No wonder he changed his
That
name.
was a good call.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah, I know
the
what you
Jew
mean.
fighters.
Oh, yeah.
One Jewish guy on there, and all of a sudden, it's the Jew fighters.
I bet it's more than you think. Look up all their last names. It's a
Mm.
conspiracy. They're all part of the tribe.
I was watching some random old Howard Stern, and he interviewed the dude who played Ant-Man. What's his name?
Paul Rudd,
Yes.
Paul Rudd.
one of the most average-looking actors that is in the business.
Okay, well, he's not good looking enough for Devin, but you know,
No, he just looks like a regular dude.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That's his appeal. But anyway, he's a Jew.
Yeah. Is Whoopi
So,
Goldberg?
I had no
Jewish?
idea.
You know who's not a Jew? Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg is not Jewish.
Damn,
Right? Yeah, that went the other way. Yeah.
Right.
it's a good move.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's just like the everyday normal guy. You know what it is about Paul Rudd? A woman would find him obtainable.
Hmm.
He's good looking, but he's just normal enough that she could probably.
Yeah, and I'm also guessing he's highly reliable.
Well, I mean, I like
He
his
shows up,
I like him
does his
his
job.
performances in these Marvel movies. So
I'm thinking about changing my last name to Bernstein now.
We ought to get you instead of
Yeah.
the B. We should give you a radio name.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be.
Jody Bernstein? That's
Jody
not bad.
Bernstein.
Part of the
Real
tribe.
ethnic. See, mine was given to me by. It was just given to me by one of my clients. It just said John, and we have John Jamingo, and I was like, "Oh, I like John Jamingo," and there we are, John Jamingo.
I like Jizmingo. That's pretty good.
Jizmingo works too. That was from Eric Zane. Eric Zane gave me Jizmingo.
Whereas I got my name, my parents decided that I was going to be like the king of the Jews, so they called me David.
Daddy Dave.
That's what David means.
Or what did you say the other day that he's David?
Dave. I'm sorry, Dave.
Dave.
Oh
Dave.
yeah.
I got to get it right, get it tight.
Yeah, I keep misgendering myself.
I'm the worst kind of person. I keep
And that
naming you,
should
bro.
mean that I should slap myself in the face, doesn't it?
That's right.
Yes.
I tagged myself earlier. Oh, that was pretty good. You got some stank on it though. You got to really
Yeah,
lean
well.
into it. Let's see.
Hey, Jason.
I mean, I don't like to remind people of my disability and be all victim, but
let's not dox people in here, Jason.
it takes a bit more to. No.
Is that the hand you whack off with, Dave? Damn, I didn't even think about that.
If I had a carer, I'd get them to do it, but I'm between carers at the moment.
Get him to whack you off? Is that no wonder your carer left? I'll just call him a racist and walk the fuck out. Oh God, that would almost be the worst fucking job ever.
You keep saying that. It's the easiest. It's the easiest job.
Trying to give you a happy ending. Ugh, I can't even imagine why you stare at her with your dead eyes.
Oh, I bet Dave is pretty hard to impress in real life, for sure.
But I do have a question for all of you.
Sure.
Please convert the fraction 5/6 into a percentage.
Oh, let me get a fucking pencil. Hold
no,
on.
You got to do it in your head.
90%.
I concede.
Wait, I can do this. Percent.
So Devin's too dumb to be my carer.
I think 80%.
Around there, yeah, you're close.
That was.
All I did was double the numbers and then that.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
80% is close enough.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Somewhere between 80 and 90. 84.37%, Dave.
You know, it's funny. As you get older, you do math and you're close enough. Like as you get older, it's close enough math.
Sometimes you feel like a fucking idiot though, like when you're doing a measuring cup and it's like I need 3/4 of a cup plus however much, and you're like,
oh yeah.
You just dump it out and fill it up again. You're like, I'm not adding shit together.
It's weird. Like when I'm playing poker, you're doing a lot of math. You're doing, ratio and because if there's how much is in the pot and what are my odds of making the hand, and then
percentages.
You're doing all this math in your head, and it's all like 4, 3, 2. It's all everything. They broke it down to where you can do it quickly.
It's force.
As far as your outs, and your odds and shit like that.
I'm playing poker tomorrow night, John. I'm pretty happy about it. No, Saturday for my birthday. We made a tournament. There's going to be like 60 people there.
Matt didn't work. Yeah, I guess not.
Well, he did fucking beat the odds for a long time. He almost died of a drug overdose years and years ago. I think he was even in a coma for a bit and shit.
A coma?
A coma, yeah.
Damn.
He was in a comb over for a couple of years, and then he got some stuff that cures
alopecia reference.
Alopecia.
Oh, is that the deal? Did he die of an OD? I thought he just had like a heart attack or something.
They said his heart.
I don't know yet.
They said his heart weighed twice as much as a normal heart would weigh.
Yeah.
So
that's speed, right?
It's kind of like congestive heart failure.
I feel like if your heart is racing a lot, like from doing speed, like meth or fucking a lot of coke or something, like muscles get bigger when you flex them. Like that's the whole point of working out is you break down muscles and build like
but your heart's not supposed to.
If your heart's fucking beating all day long, like that motherfucker will start to swell up like the Grinch, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The last thing I wanted to talk about is to continue on with my psychology session, because you know how you go to the session, it's like, oh, that's time. Right. So the last thing we talked about is my contempt of stupid people.
Yeah.
Is that something I should fix, or is just I
don't think it's fixable.
I don't think it's fixable. I don't think you want to fix it because that's how you feel superior to other people. You feel that if you
everyone everyone feels superior to somebody else. Even the people at the bottom of society think, well, at least I'm not from wherever.
You think
They're
that.
worse than me.
That's not true, Dave. You
It's
think
totally
that, so you
fucking
think,
true.
No, you think that, so you think everybody thinks that.
No,
I
it's
definitely
totally
think that.
It's
You
totally
think, well, who are
fucking
you
true.
better than, Jody? Who are you
Homeless
better?
people, bums on the street.
Devin, who are you better than? Better
Worse
than?
alcoholics than me.
Yes,
is there?
That is
ones
true.
ones that can't even hold a job at all.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
better than them.
He's not like drinking fucking mouthwash and stuff just to
Right,
get
he's-
a little
Yeah,
buzz.
he's not a sterno bum,
Oof.
Yeah.
so he
there's
can still
that.
get up and go to work.
Yeah,
Still.
you don't have cirrhosis yet. That's
Yeah,
nice.
he's only 26, right?
Yep.
And John,
Still
you,
got a couple
you think
good
you're better
years
than
left.
people that weigh 600 pounds?
And
Surely.
I never said that. At 30, Devin's
on.
they're going to nickname Devin's liver Precious.
Because it's gonna be 3 times as big as it's supposed to be in black.
Big and black, like Precious.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
That's pretty good.
I remember that movie.
Damn.
Holy Precious! Now I just think of Lord of the Rings and Gollum, but yeah, no,
Oh.
you're right.
So,
Yeah.
alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I think we've done it all. I
Way to
think we
end on a
should
fucking low note. I like it.
No, that's
Go
good.
out-
End on,
go out
end
with
on-
a fizzle.
No, the Precious joke's good.
I like it.
Appreciate
If
that.
anyone doesn't know what Precious was, then
And
look
why
it up.
that's funny, look up a picture of Precious
Yeah,
and then
and-
imagine
and
that's Devin's liver. And that's hilarious.
Yes, correct.
Oh shit. I'm gonna go eat a chicken sandwich and take a piss.
all right. Well, everybody, remember, save
Wait.
your audio.
Just before you
What?
press,
We were supposed to record that?
I'll kill you all. Fuck you.
just
Kill yous all.
before you press stop.
Yeah.
Too late.
I'm still going. What do you got?
Too late.
Go ahead.
I was gonna. I was gonna explain.
John
the
doesn't have to
jokes.
be here. Fuck him.
No, I can take it. We're still recording on StreamYard. I can take it from there.
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
Explain the jokes.
It's Precious.
That's
Funny.
Precious.
Wee.
All
That
right.
was a movie about her being. What was the point of the movie? She's fat.
Black people get pregnant early and like their boyfriends, their mom's boyfriends fuck their daughters
Hey,
and stuff.
Duchess, listen, I still got time. It's not bad yet.
All right, I'm stopping.
All right. Okay.
Oh, when are you going to quit? But we didn't do a weekly challenge for Devin. You got away with it. Jesus Christ.
You just got to get a win, Devin. It doesn't matter what it is. You got to go get a win.
That was the point. A little win every week to try
Yeah.
to improve your psychological well-being.
There you go. All right. Well, listen, we'll be back here next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, and whatever fucking time it is over in Australia. Let me see. Let me look at it. It is
Yeah.
it is 1 o'clock it's almost 1 o'clock. It's 12:42 in the afternoon tomorrow. It's April Fool's Day over in Australia.
JK.
It is. And you worked out how I all tricked you all.
Trick jizzles.
Tricked yous all.
Go fuck yourselves.
Go fuck yourselves.
You know what I mean? And that's funny.
I was thinking, what I mean, it would. I don't have a carer. If they could have showed up instead of me, but then John would have just got annoyed and probably.
Oh,
kicked
that would
them
have been
off.
the best interview ever. If I could get one of your carers in that chair,
I mean,
That
the ones
would
that
be
the
amazing.
ones that like me, will just say, "Yeah, he's fine."
I want the one that
Like
called
if
you
we-
racist. That's the one I want. The one that called you a racist.
That's pretty funny.
I tell you what, you and her, like me and her had a personality clash. You and her, I don't think you'd see eye to eye on anything.
All right. I don't know, Dave. You and I seem to be getting along now. So no, we're not.
It's all a charade. If
Oh,
that's the
okay.
right.
Smoke and
Charade.
mirrors. April Fools.
Great.
Right.
April Fools. All right.
Yeah, April Fool's is kind of dumb.
Did you
I
guys see the people putting mayonnaise on Butterfingers earlier? I think that's an April Fool's Day joke. I don't like
It's
it.
gotta be. No, there's some
That shit
down.
upset me. As a person who loves mayonnaise and candy, like I didn't
Yeah,
like that
it's-
shit at all.
No.
Jesus Christ, Jody, you are white.
Did you see that, Devin?
What, you want to put mayonnaise on your Butterfingers?
It was a thing that they said. It's the latest thing. Is you take
No,
a Butterfinger.
yeah, that's just like when Hellman said, "Put mayonnaise in your coffee, you retard."
What the hell?
Oh, I think that's a thing too. People do that.
If you do that, just kill yourself.
If you put mayonnaise in your coffee, you probably need to start over.
You know what they
Like
do
this.
now? They put grass fed butter in their coffee instead of that's what they put the grass and they call it. What do they call that? I forget.
Butter
they have a name.
coffee.
It's that's now they have
Joe
another.
Rogan to drink it, and he's like,
I
"Oh,
put
I got
rum chowder
jizz
in
in
my
the back of my
coffee.
throat." He would just keep clearing his throat the whole time because he just had a half a stick of butter in his coffee.
Yeah, I used to. I would record this podcast, and the woman would drink this green fucking. I swear to God, it looked like dirt that she would drink, and the all the way through the show, she's clearing her throat. Bulletproof coffee. Thank you, there, Robert. Bulletproof coffee. And the whole time she's clearing her throat, I said, "Stop drinking that sludge."
Yeah,
I said, "It's fucking up your vocal cords."
I remember when I
Please.
was living at home, my mom used to make these shakes every morning before she went to work,
sure.
and they would just smell terrible. And I'm like, "What are you drinking?" She's like, "Oh, well, it's full of vitamins and minerals." And I'm just like, "Is that why you sound like that when you try to talk to me in the morning?"
You know, the funniest part about that is your mom used to drink shakes, and now you have to drink so you don't get the shakes. That's an alcoholic joke.
I'll accept
I
it.
understand
I'll
it. Thank God I don't have those.
It's
Right
more
over
to
the top.
suppress his emotional pain, childhood trauma. But yeah, you
Yeah.
know, the shakes are bad too.
They use mayonnaise for something else that I wasn't a big fan of until I tried it. I can't
Lube?
remember what it was.
Ham sandwiches,
Ham sandwich. Well, mayonnaise is always going on a ham sandwich. Ham and cheese
mayonnaise,
like
and
it.
mustard.
But like,
and tomato. And your
No.
tomato.
At what age should you just get over your childhood trauma? 30, 40, 50, 60,
Some people never get over it.
70?
34.
Nice fart, Jody.
It's pretty good.
Was it a good one?
Yeah, 35. I think that's about
You're
right.
not even
Yeah.
over your childhood trauma yet, Dave. What are you talking
Me?
about? Yeah, you.
Look, you have a
What's-
pinkie pie up on the wall.
What's my childhood trauma?
It's all around you.
Not-
You didn't get molested. You're
Not,
upset
not
about
being molested is my childhood trauma.
it? Yeah, you got left out.
I got left out because I was too fat.
Dave was too fat and ugly to be
was like-
molested as a child. He
was
felt
like-
left out.
Like white precious at school. Nobody wanted to touch me.
It was mayonnaise precious.
Yes.
All right, everybody. We'll talk to you next week. See you later.
Years old.